Hello, what is going on, guys? I am the CHALL and welcome back to another video. Now today I've seen something that's really made me mad. It has absolutely infuriated me, and this just shows that the Premier League do not care. Right, this is an article that I've found online. I put it on my Facebook, and I just want to share my thoughts on this. So this was an article I found. These are reports. It's not confirmed yet, but these are just reports. So if this is true, where is there no justice in this world? And there's actually a few things that I've been mad about in this article. So before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe for more football content, and let's get into this video. So let's talk about this article that I've spotted today. So today, the Mirror is reporting that EFL players are told it's likely the season will not be completed below the Premier League. That headline alone makes me mad. Players below the Premier League have been told it's unlikely the season will be completed after a meeting of the EFL board on Wednesday. Players in the Championship and Leagues 1 and 2 have been told it's likely that the season will not be completed below the Premier League. Top flight chiefs are set to meet on Friday to discuss Project Restart with clubs and the government hopeful of a return to action in June behind closed doors. But with an EFL board meeting on Wednesday, PFA representatives from each club are told to pass on to their teammates that it's a very real possibility that no more football taking place this season. Supporters are expected to be banned from stadiums until next year, and despite plans to resume training in May, clubs don't believe there's a realistic chance of games happening anytime in June. Now, one of the biggest stumbling blocks for any potential restart outside of the top flight is the number of tests needed for players in order for the season to be finished safely, understood to be around 66,000. As with the Premier League, there are fears about a public backlash should thousands of tests become readily available for professional footballers, while a number of frontline NHS staff working without them. If the season is curtailed, standings would likely to be decided on a sporting merit basis, probably points per game. It remains to be seen whether clubs will be promoted or relegated, although there are suggestions teams could go up but not down, potentially extending the number of clubs in the Premier League next season. A clutch of players are out of contract at the end of June, posing another difficulty for clubs and administrators. Clubs are reluctant to pay out-of-contract players before the end of their existing deals or extend terms given to the uncertainty surrounding the coming months. Players whose deals are set to run out have been asked to vote by their PFA representatives whether they should be willing to play on throughout July and August if this was the case, should the season get back underway. So that was the article. Now, there's a few things I picked out in there, and the main thing being the fact that the EFL may not continue, but the Premier League will. What gives the Premier League the right to continue when lower leagues that are less fortunate money-wise and financially than the Premier League can't continue? It's ridiculous. The Premier League should be united with the EFL to say, season's done, rest at home, stay at home, protect lives, let's let this coronavirus calm down, and then in August, September, we'll start again next season, and we will not give any relegations, we will only give promotions. That should be the way it should go. From the Premier League to the National League, it should be promotions and no relegations. It should be every season finished, Liverpool champions, no relegations. Points per game decides the Champions League and Europa League places. I'd feel sorry for the teams that are in there that wouldn't be in there, but they can always fight back next season. And this is the main thing that really makes me mad, and it's one of the reasons why I think the Premier League are wanting to continue, but the EFL looks like they aren't. Money. It's the Premier League want to pay back the broadcast deals that they don't fulfill if they cancel the season. The broadcasting companies, if they've got any heart, if they've got any compassion, they will cut down on the broadcasting deals. They will say, whatever you've paid for broadcasting deals so far, that's all you're going to pay this season. And then next season, the pay will just get added on to next season's broadcasting rights. That should be the way it goes forward. What you've paid already for broadcasting, that should be it. And then next season, what you haven't paid for the last season gets added on to what you paid for this next season. That should be the way forward, because then Premier League can fulfil the broadcasting rights over these 2 years, and they don't have to risk players' lives playing behind closed doors. It is outrageous. Now, I know there's a lot of critics that are saying the season shouldn't be null and void, but players' health and people's health is more important than completing a football season. It is more important than Liverpool raising a title. If anything, void the season, give Liverpool the title, but then the first home game of the season for Liverpool, let them lift the title at the end of it. For the previous season, let them lift it in front of their fans. Or at some point next season in 2021 when the fans are allowed to come back in. Let them see them lift the title. You know, Liverpool might even retain it next season. Let them lift the title. Let them lift it. Because voiding the season, like the other leagues could be doing, is more important than letting the other leagues go and finish their seasons and they get no money coming in for the Premier League to just keep bringing in money. That's all it is. Premier League just want to bring in more money. It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. And this leads on to my next point. Why are footballers being potentially given tests before NHS staff? It is disrespectful to the people working on the front line. It is ridiculous. It is outrageous. I respect every single NHS staff on that front line. They do a tremendous job working to protect us. So why should people that kick a ball around for 100 grand a week, why should they get tests first? It should be the staff. It should be the carers. It should be every single person working on that front line. Footballers, wait in line with the rest of us. Okay? Wait in line with the rest of us. If you can afford private tests, you should have the decency to say, well, hold on. No, I don't want a private kit sent to me. I'm going to wait in line with the general public. Over a long period of time now, over the last few years, there's been a massive gap between the fans and the general public and footballers. I feel like footballers, some footballers, not all of them, most of them are nice, but I feel like some footballers are headphones on, they're their own brand, and they're bigger than anything else. Like, they were okay in the talent side of things, but it feels like they are just a brand at the minute. It feels like they are just not, you know, it feels like they're bigger than anything else. You're not bigger than anything else. You're still a member of the public. Let the NHS staff get tests first. Let them get tested first. And then, with the rest of the public, the footballers get tested. It's not like footballers aren't safe. Footballers aren't safe. They could be safe. They might not be safe. But that doesn't make them more important than NHS staff. They should be the ones getting the tests first, not footballers. So we'll put that to bed right now. But now the player's out of contract. This is a true test. This is a true test to see if footballers play for the passion or they play for the money. If footballers had any decency, I know players have taken wage cuts and I fully respect that, but players out of contract, when the season restarts, which again I don't agree with, they should end the season, give the title to Liverpool, no relegations, points per game decides the Champions League and Europa League places, and you know, and that's it. That should be the way it should be. But if they are going to do what I think is the extreme and restart in a few months, players who are playing out of contract, who are out of contract at the end of June, so they've got a couple of months to play extra football, play without getting paid, because you already get paid a lot anyway. The players who earn 30 grand a week, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 odd grand a week, don't get paid for those 2 months because you play for the passion, not for the money. If players that are out of contract basically say, no, I want to get paid for those 2 months, it just shows that you play for the money and not for the passion. Because you already earn a lot anyway, and this is just Premier League players. EFL players and League 2, National League players, they should play for the money that they're given. But in my opinion, the National League and the Football League, they've got more passion and pride than the Premier League, in my opinion. The Premier League is a fantastic league, but it is so overhyped it's unreal. It is so overhyped sometimes. Not all the time, because sometimes there's moments where I think, yeah, we love this league. But there's moments where I think just overpaid players going through the motions. This is a time now as a nation to step up and say, well, hang on a minute. If you're out of contract and you're already earning like £50,000 a week, play for those last 2 months of your contract without getting paid, so it shows that you're playing for passion rather than price tag. Now, if you need the money, if you're struggling and you need extra money to donate to your families, or you want extra money to donate to charities, and your wage cut for those 2 months gets donated to charities, fair enough. That shows you're an absolutely brilliant human being. But if you just ask for the 2 months that you're playing out of contract and for the money for it, but you don't donate it to anything, and you just put it towards your private holiday in the next few months, that just shows you don't care. It just shows you do not care. So, my message to the Premier League is end the season. Just end it. Give Liverpool the title. Decide the Champions League and Europa League places on points per game. No one gets relegated. 3 teams from the Championship get automatically promoted. I'm not going to decide the playoffs. I would just give it, and the same with League 1 and League 2, I would just give it to the top 3 points per game. The top 3 teams, through a points per game ratio, I would give promotion to those top 3 teams in each league. So West Brom and Leeds are already in the top 2 in the Championship anyway, so they will go up. I think it's either Brentford or Preston in 3rd on points per game. I'm not too sure. I think it's either Preston or Brentford. I'm not too sure. But 3rd place goes up automatically as well. No playoffs. No didgeridoo with the playoffs. Just top 3 teams, points per game, get promoted. And then you're just putting more relegations in the following season. So, and that makes it, and to be fair, that makes it more of a competitive league next season, because no one wants to take 6 relegation places or whatever. So, I do believe that the Premier League should end the season, give Liverpool the title, do the points per game for the other places, the Champions League, the Europa League. Just do it like that, because the EFL could be doing it. The National League, North and South, have ended their season. Non-leagues have ended their season. Why aren't the Premier League? It's that dosh. It's that sweet, sweet dosh that they want coming in from broadcasters. That's all it is. So, my message to the Premier League is end the season and show you care. Show you care about lives and not money. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I am the CHALL. I say it how it is. I don't give a flying one what people think. Goodbye.